Hi, and welcome to day 2. I hope you're having a great time, you're having fun, and you know how easy it is. Before we begin for day 2, let's review a little bit what we talked about yesterday. One is sitting at the piano. We've identified that there's 2 black notes and 3 black notes. We found out where middle C is. Stretch our hands out, put our nose down, and there's where middle C is. It's just to the left of the 2 black notes. Now, we also learned there are 3 chords that we will learn, and it'll be for all the hymns that we will learn this week. It's the C chord, the F chord, and the G chord. C chord, F chord, G chord, and then back to the C chord. Notice that I'm not looking at it. That's what I want you to be able to do. I want you to be able to have muscle memory and just have it like second nature. Like you can tie your shoelace without even looking at it. If, though, it's a little difficult to get them so they're, whatever, just play C, F, and G for those chords for right now. And then as you get more proficient, then you can go to the chords. Hopefully you can do the chords right offhand. Now we've learned the left hand for all the hymns. Today we're going to learn the right hand. The right hand is very simple too. In fact, it's so simple, I even made it easier. After I saw my kids and some of my students twittering, tweaking, or texting, or whatever it is on their iPhones, I saw how fast they can do it. Probably you can too, just with their thumbs. So I thought, well, to make it as easy as possible, why don't we start off by just using a single finger to learn the notes. Later on, we can include all the other fingers, but for right now, we'll use a single finger to play the notes. Now, what is a note? Well, a note is a black dot with a line on it. And these notes are placed upon our music so we know which note on the piano to play. Now, looking at the music, you'll see that there are 5 lines that we have going across the page. And notes are placed at various places on these. They're either on a line or in between the lines, what we call a space. Middle C is a special note. It has its own separate line. It's below the 5 lines. So we'll have a little line, we'll have our dot, and our line, our stem with it. That's C. The next note up is D. In between that line and the 5 lines is D. To make it easier for you, as you print out all the things for day 2, I have another template for just the right hand. So fold it in half, put it on the keyboard, match up the middle C's, and the black notes should match up. And now you can see where the notes are. We're only going to learn 11 notes. We've got all these notes up here, and eventually someday you may want to learn where they all are, but today we're just going to learn 5, and totally we're only going to learn 11 notes. So that should be as easy as possible. So on there, find out where C is, middle C, and look right above there, and you'll see the note of C. And to make it even easier, I thought, well, let's put the name of the note inside the little black dot. Later on, we'll have the music and we'll take off the names there once you have it memorized. But I'll have the hymns initially with the names of the notes inside of it so that you can learn the names of those notes, a lot easier. So let's look at C. And if you look above it, it has the C on a line all by itself. Then we have D, and it's in between C and that bottom line. Then we have E on the bottom line of those 5. F is in the first space, and G is on the second line. Easy, right? I want you to turn off the instructions right now. Go get your template, fold it in half, put it in there, and practice looking at where C, D, E, F, and G are, and then come back and we'll continue. All right? Have fun with that. We'll see you in a minute. Hi, and welcome back. Were you able to get that template on your keyboard and get it to work? I have a couple other things that will help us too. In your handouts, I have a sheet that looks like this. This has all the notes on it. What I would like you to do is print it out, cut it along the lines, and these are just 3x5 type cards that you can look at it and say, oh, quiz yourself. Oh, this is C, this is D. Notice I don't have the names of the notes on it. So on the back side of it, write which one is a C, D, E, or F, or G. And then you can carry those around in your pocket during the day and pull them out and say, oh, that's E, this is D, this is G, to make it easy. So these kind of flashcard type things should be easy for you. I have all 11 notes on them, but just find out the first 5 and keep those in your pocket. And during the day, let's learn those. Sound easy? Great. Now the next concept is to help you learn which notes are what. It's called step, skip, and repeat. And on this page, you'll see what I mean. When a note is on the first line, and then the next note is on the second line, which would be E and G, we're skipping. We're skipping over F. So E, F, G, if it says E and G, we're kind of skipping over that note. A step would be kind of like E to F or F to G. That's just kind of a step that we're going. And repeating, very easy. If we have a note that's on E, 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 that means each time you see it, you push down the note. So you have a repeating, or you have a step, or you have a skip. And let me show you. So this is repeating C. Okay. If the note says, oh, go to the next step, C to D, it's the one that's right next to it. There's kind of a black note in between it, but remember, we're not going to play any black notes for right now, so C to D. If it skips from line to line, C to E, we're skipping over the D note. And sometimes we may really skip, go to C to G, and we're missing all these notes in the middle. So this will help you maybe in some concept to learn when you're reading music. Is it right next to it, so it's just a step, or are we skipping up to the next line or to the next space, or are we repeating it? I have a couple of fun exercises. Right hand, exercise number 1. And you'll notice that we have the 5 lines going across. Now this little mark right here is called a treble clef. And that just means, hey, play these notes in the right hand. In music you have like in the hymn book, you'll have 2 lines of music. We're not going to worry about the second line, we're just worried about the top line, and this is the treble clef. So we're going to play these notes, and you can see here at the very beginning we have C, 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 C. Then we're going to step up to D, 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 D. Then we come down to the next line, step up to E, 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 and then F's, and then G's, and then we're going to go back and forth, C, D, C, D, and then here C, E, C, E. When you're doing this, put your music in front of you. Look at the C. You might use your left hand if you want to. Put your left hand there. Say, okay, there's C. Another thing is say it out loud. Get everybody out of the room so you can talk loud and not worry about them. And C, C, C. Oh, and then we're going to go up to a D. D, 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 and then an E. Now we're using one finger for right now. Some of you may want to use other fingers, but what I suggest, if you're just a beginner, use your one finger. We'll do E, F, G, and now we're going to learn some steps. C, D, C, D. Now C and E. C, E, C, E. And then C and G. C, C, G, G. And then we'll go down to our F, and then 2 Ds, C, G, F, G. And so the hints that I have is that you can look down here on your template, see where the notes are. You can look at them on here. You can see what the names of the notes are, and then do it. One thing that it would be best to try to do is also look at the music and see if you can see the keys down below without moving your head back up and forth like that. That makes it a little harder. And see if you can start learning them that way. Now, in practicing, some hints for practicing. How do you practice? Well, first practice very slow. C, C, E, C. Say the names of the notes out loud. Because as you're saying them out loud, you'll record in your memory the names of the notes and where they're located. Then you can do it a little faster. C, C, E, C. Now you don't have to play the whole thing. Play it in small chunks, maybe one part at a time, or a whole line, or 2 lines, or start from the end and work back. The idea is just to start getting familiar where the notes are of these 5 notes. The other thing is to play it loud and hard, kind of like a hammer. C, C, E, C, D, F, D, E, F. And don't worry if you mess them like that. The idea is just to start getting them down hard and then try to play them as soft. C, D, 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 F, D, F, and then hard. D, G, dum, dum, dum. So practicing can be fun. So I would need you to go now, turn off the section, and go over the right hand exercises for number 1, number 2, and then come back and we'll learn the final things for today. So go have fun. Hi, and welcome back. How did it go? Were you able to find the C, D, E, F, and G? Don't worry about it if it looks kind of confusing. After a day or 2, it'll be second nature to you, and you'll have fun. What I want you to do right now is we're going to put the 2 hands together. Now don't worry about it. It's going to be very, very easy on here. I have this one page called Hands Together, and if you don't have color, it's in color or whatever, then get your crayons out and color the C, F, and G on the chords. And then we have our notes down there. Actually, I have a exercise right here, number 3, Hands Together, that I have the names of the notes in there that might be easier. Now, the first thing we look at on this music is that we have C chord, and then we have a G chord. These are on top of the lines. Every time you see a C or a G chord or an F chord, you play the chord in the left hand. This will be right above a note for the right hand. So you'll play those together. So at the very beginning we have the C chord and C. So that's how you play it. Now you hold the C chord down while you're playing these 4 notes until you come to the G chord. So it sounds like this. C, 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 C. Now we're going to play D and the G chord. Then we come back to the C chord, but we're going to play E. Now we're going to hit the F chord. Then to the G chord. And now the C. Did you notice something? Exercise 3 is the same as exercise 1. So you already know the right hand from exercise 1. We're just adding the chords on the very top. So as we play it, remember we can do it faster, slower, louder. Hopefully you can do something like this, about this speed. C, 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 G, 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 E, F, G. Now back down to C, C, D, C, D, C, E, C and G, F, oops, F, F, D, D, C. Then a C, then an F chord, and so forth. Now, if you haven't mastered the chords in the left hand yet, then just use the C, F, and G. And let me show you. So it's C, then the F, then the G, C, then a C, and that way. So you can have just the left hand just doing the C, F, and G single notes or the chords. Just hold the chords down and then slide to where the next chord is on that. See how easy that will be? Now the last thing, there's a little exercise on the daily review where here's the notes, and I want you to fill in the spaces of which note is which. There's only 5 notes. And then fill in, is it a skip, step, or a repeat? And at the very bottom, we have our hymn for today. And it's just the left hand for today. We're not going to do right hand or left hand yet. We're going to do, it's Lord Dismiss Us, and it's to the tune of Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody. And on here, and it starts on E above middle C. Lord, dismiss us with thy blessing. Fill our hearts with joy and peace. Let us each thy love professing, triumph in redeeming grace. Forgive me for my voice, I don't sing. My wife does the singing, I do the piano. But I want you to sing with it. So I want you to sing along with the melody on this thing. But notice how easy the chords are. We have C, C, and then a G. Then C, C, C. That's easy. Then another G. Then 3 C's, a G. 3 C's, a G. 3 C's. Ah, there's an F. And then 3 C's, another F. 3 C's, a G. 3 C's, a G, and a C. That's all there is to it. 3 simple chords. Next time, we'll learn the right hand to it. So if you can master the left hand on here, know what the melody sounds like with it, then you'll be able to learn the right hand very easy. So today we've had an exciting day. We've learned how to play, not with our right hand, but with our finger of our right hand. We've learned 5 notes, C, D, E, F, and G. We've learned what a note is. We learned where the notes are in relationship to the keyboard. We've learned what a step is, or a skip, or a repeating of a note. We've learned how to practice a little bit, softly and slowly, hard like a hammer. So I want you to have fun with this thing. So go now, practice, have fun, and as you're doing this thing, remember why you're doing it. The Lord loves us to sing His hymns, sing and praise and have fun doing it. It's a prayer unto Him. It's a blessing unto others. And if you're needing help, include in your prayers a request to Him that you may be given the gift of music. Ask Him to bless you, that you can understand these things, that you'll be able to coordinate your hands together, that your mind will be able to do that. And I know that the Lord will bless you. He has blessed me, and many others that I have taught through the years. So may the Lord be with you, and have a great day. We'll talk to you later.